A very good morning, all of you. So, welcome to day 21 of our 21-day challenge. Isn't this amazing? 21 days of consistent work, 21 days of a new thing for most of us, which we got habituated to. And it's no surprise that now most of you attending these live sessions, including myself, are able to wake up early in the morning, even without assistance from a device in the form of an alarm clock. So, isn't this amazing? In fact, on day one, before day one, we discussed about some studies where they clearly mentioned that when you plan to incorporate something new, it can be a new habit, a new practice, a new task. If you practice it consistently for 21 days, you'll get used to it. Most of us started experiencing the same right from day 7 or day 8, trying to get habituated. And on day 21, it's like part and parcel of our life. So even today, in my experience, I set alarm at around 4:30 or 4:45, two alarms, but I could wake up at 4:15 itself. It's no surprise because we tend to get habituated. And when you do something with a rational backing, this is the advantage you have. So you'll grow more confident, and in the process, it helps you improvise at a personal level. And when you incorporate certain habits which are essential for your personal and professional life, it's going to change everything forever. So, how are you guys feeling? Uh, there is a lot to discuss, but I'll try to restrict to as much limited information as possible and try to conclude the session in 20 to 30 minutes maximum. And also, before we conclude, we'll practice some breathing exercises and then we'll try concluding the session. So, why did we start with this 5 a.m. challenge? So, just now I mentioned why 21-day challenge. So, any activity which you do consistently for 21 days, it itself creates a magic. You get used to it, and you're going to incorporate that new habit into your life forever. And why 5 a.m. club? So those who joined us latest, or those who have been following right from the beginning, you might have been experiencing the advantages of starting your day early. I mean, it's not just about 5 a.m. It can be 4 a.m. It can be even 3:30 a.m. It's your choice. So starting one's day early gives the person an opportunity to focus on various priorities, various responsibilities can be taken care of. And in fact, this is possible in a least stressful environment. So morning time, no distractions, the least distractions. No one is going to buzz you in your mobile, or it can be external stimuli. So all the time you have is for yourself, so that you can do things at your own pace with peace of mind, which is very, very important. And you might have experienced as day progresses, by the time we reach the night, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or evening time, starting from pre-evening, we tend to get more disturbed, more irritable, given the kind of external stimuli we keep receiving on continuous basis throughout the day. So any significant work or any significant task which we wish to accomplish, this is the right time. Concentration potentials are at their peak. We have that, as they say, there is some sense of magic in it. Actually, that magic is something which is happening right here as a consequence of the external environment. So, when you have so many positives, why can't we all incorporate this habit of starting a day early, not just for this 21-day challenge, but for the rest of our lifetime? In fact, this might be the last day of 21-day challenge, but in fact, this shall be the beginning of new challenges for you in your life. You take up any challenge, you take up any task, incorporate one habit at a time, one task at a time, and do it for 21 days and see and experience the difference for yourself. This 21-day challenge 5 a.m. club has been transforming me at a greater level. And I'm just enjoying myself, waking up early, starting my day early, getting things done. It infuses a new kind of confidence in you. You'll grow more confident. You'll be more happy. And happiness is even more relevant nowadays than ever because of the ongoing COVID situation. But we have so many challenges in the process which we need to overcome to do things consistently. For that matter, not just 21 days, but throughout. Take, for example, this 5 a.m. challenge. To wake up early, we need to resist the temptation of so many things just before we sleep on the previous night. We need to resist watching TV, we need to resist checking our mobile, we need to resist eating late night food, and so many things which we can go on and on. So, initially, it might be difficult. Initially, it might be a challenge, but when you start appreciating the benefits of waking up or starting your day early, you will, through conscious effort, try to overcome these challenges. So, we tend to have these distractions before we sleep, and if we can overcome them initially, and once you get habituated to sleeping early, then waking up early is no big deal. And also, it's not just about the quantity of sleep, it's also about quality of sleep. Let me share my experience. One day, see, during this entire 21-day challenge, there was one time where I was out of station. In fact, I mentioned that on day 14 or 15, I don't exactly remember. I was out of station, so I could manage 5 a.m. Session from there. And I was returning, it was around 400 kilometers, the place, and we were returning home. And by the time we returned home, it was around 11:30 p.m., so late night. We haven't had our dinner, and we had our lunch at around 2:30 or 3, and then we haven't had our dinner. We returned home. Then what to do? Next day we have a 5 a.m. club, and it's already 12, almost 12. We just reached by 11:30, trying to settle, sleep, almost 12. So is 4.5 hours or 4 hours of sleep sufficient? So that, see, if there is no proper sleep, then how can I be active in the session? How can I even discuss? I feel irritable, obviously. We feel irritable, right? So the point which I'm trying to make here is it's not just the quantity of sleep, it's quality of sleep. And this quality of sleep is heavily influenced by the food we take. So what we have intentionally planned is we skip dinner, late night dinner, and I had just one apple. One apple, and it made all the magic. You know what? Uh, I could wake up as usual. I set up alarm so that I'll not miss it out. But even before the alarm started ringing, I woke up at 4 or 4:15. So just around 4 hours of sleep, good amount of sleep, quality sleep. I was active as usual. And then we know this theoretically, but that this is something which I've experienced practically. So even after a minimum of 4 hours sleep, I was still very active. Not just active, like normal active, but very active because of the kind of food which I have taken. It has done a lot of magic. So a fruit has a tremendous potential to keep yourself active. In fact, it has taken off the load from my digestive tract, and I think it saved a lot of energy in the process. We tend to eat more than what we need to. So that day, it was a realization for me at a practical level that it doesn't matter how many hours you sleep. In fact, research shows that if you eat light food and if you experience less stress comparatively, 3 to 4 hours of sleep is sufficient. This 8-hour mandatory sleep is a myth. Maybe because we are subjected to so many stresses out there and we eat all kinds of wrong food all the time. Maybe we need 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. And just imagine sleeping 8 hours every day, which means almost one third, not almost, one third of your day is gone to sleep. This one third of your life is gone for sleep. I don't think it's justifiable at all. I mean, we have this life just once. We don't know whether we'll be alive again. But when we are alive, I think we should make most use of it. We're not going to get these opportunities again. Even if we keep complaining, we being alive itself is magic. And when we are alive, we have a lot many things to accomplish, a lot many things to experience. So that day, I practically realized that it's not just about the quantity of sleep. Usually, I used to say like sleep minimum for 7 hours or 6 hours, depending upon your convenience or time availability. But it's the quality of sleep which is the decider. Even if you sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours, you just try it out once. I'm not asking you to cut down your calories, but try to have light food, preferably more of uncooked food like fruits, and just try it out at least one night. And the moment you wake up, you'll feel more lighter, you'll feel more energetic, you'll feel more than active, more than ever. So this was one of the experiences which I had on one of the days. And in almost 21-day challenge, almost for around 1 week or so, even though I set alarm as a, as a backing, we need a backing. It's good to have a backing. But I didn't really use that alarm. I got this habit of waking up early, even before the alarm started to set off. So it's an amazing experience. And once you start doing things which you love, you'll start growing without any comparisons at your own pace. You'll start enjoying life, experiencing life. And there are so many other added benefits which you can receive in the process. It's not just about waking up early. As I said, it's about how you carry on with your day. And this 5am has given me an opportunity to discuss literature with you, to go through some wonderful general books and discuss all general things with you, share things with you. It has strengthened our relationship than ever before. And after the session, I have this habit of going for a walk or cleaning certain things or being physically active, getting so many things accomplished, and then going through some updates, mails. You know what? Majority of your work can be accomplished at the early phase of your day, that is between 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Majority of your work, in my opinion, almost 90% of your day's work can be accomplished in this critical phase. I will not use critical, but in this important or significant phase of your day. And rest of the time, so you can just relax, chill, and then make sure that you are adding more quantity to your preparation, because there is already quality out there which you're trying to utilize in the early hours. It's not just about preparation, you take anything for that matter. And this is something which we can't complain. We can't say we're too busy to wake up or we're too busy to sleep. See, no matter how busy we are, no matter how many tasks we do, or no matter which job we are in, no one is going to disturb us after 8 p.m. till morning 8 a.m. So this entire 12-hour clock is right with us. Even though, let's assume that you're working elsewhere. If you're at home, that's fine. So reasons never matter. So all I would recommend you is to just keep this consistency and enthusiasm going. So this 21-day challenge, this might be the final day of 21-day challenge, but this is in fact beginning of new phase to each and every one of us, because we practically learned what we could do by following something which we love or which we think is significant for us for a consistent period of 21 days. And I'm sure you'll make maximum use of it, right? And also, I've been receiving so many positive outputs of feedback regarding this 21-day challenge, which we'll try to share with you all exclusively in another video. And also, we'll have an exclusive video on discussing the success of 21-day challenge. Tonight, I'll let you know the timing. So tonight, we'll have a 1-hour session. And also we'll discuss the future course of action. Some of you are asking for more of these 21-day challenges. In fact, I would love to do more of them. So we'll discuss a future course of action. And also before that, we'll also discuss what we achieved through these 21 days without consistent efforts in the form of a presentation. So mostly we'll have a session this evening where most of the participants will be active. In fact, we'll see the other part of the world, right? So this is what I wanted to share, and your feedback is always welcome. And before we move on to breathing exercises, all I would recommend you is this is something which you're not doing for sake of others. This is something which you're not doing just to impress others or for seeking external uh, gratification. Rather, this is something which we're doing it for ourselves. I mean, when I keep telling that we're doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for self, it might appear selfish, but remember, this is our life. I'm leading my life. You're leading your life. Respecting our life is not selfishness. Doing things which we love is not selfishness. And doing things which we are passionate about is not selfishness. And doing things or taking up tasks which help us progress is in no way selfishness. In fact, it's the most selfless thing you can ever do, because if you take care of yourself, if you're happy, if you're confident, if you are loving, then you're going to reciprocate the same throughout. I mean, if you're constantly irritated, if you're constantly angry, frustrated, and depressed, whom do you think is going to suffer apart from you? It's those who are around you. So if you are happy, if we are happy, if we are exuberant, and if we are gaining more and more confidence by what we are doing, it's going to spread rapidly to the people around us, and it's going to make a tremendous impact, a positive impact on our relations with others as well. So this is something which I'm sure you'll all experience in the process, and I really appreciate you all for taking up this 21-day challenge along with me. And initially, it might be a challenge for you to start it, but once you start appreciating the benefits of the task which you have been doing, by staying conscious towards the task at hand, there is no stopping you. In fact, no one or no thing can stop you forever, right? So before we conclude, let's have some breathing exercises for around 20 minutes, and then we'll conclude the session. And regarding the next session, I will post you an update. So tonight, preferably in the evening time, we'll have a live session again based on the experiences we had on this 21 days challenge, and we'll get back to you with more updates through our updates group. Okay, keep smiling, love you all. You can just stay online. We'll start with some music, and we'll try to practice some breathing exercises before we conclude. Okay, and then I'll take up your questions as well. I think some of you have posted some comments. Yeah, I'll get back to you before we conclude it after the breathing exercises, right? So we'll start now. It's 5:45 a.m. So we'll do it for 15 minutes till 6 a.m. I'll set an alarm and I'll alert you when we reach 15th minute. Okay. So all you need to do is just sit in any comfortable position. Don't lie down. You might sleep. You might go into sleep. Even it's a good thing. Even sleep is the best meditation. But for now, we'll sit. Okay. So just sit in a comfortable position and make sure that you're comfortable no matter which sitting position it is. You can rest your back if you want. You can either close your eyes, and you can even open your eyes and look into the screen. You can see a wonderful sunrise. In fact, it's amazing sunrise with birds passing through this particular frame. So it's up to you. And then slowly, gradually, try focusing on your breathing. Just focus on your inhalations and exhalations, nothing else. Even if anything else comes across your mind, it doesn't matter. Just let those thoughts pass through your mind. It's absolutely fine. Do not restrict any thoughts, which is very important. And simultaneously, focus on your inhalations and exhalations. And as you're inhaling, try to take in as much air as possible. And in the process, correlate that with positivity, which you can find on screen. You can see tremendous levels of positive energy, which you can take from this particular image. And as you exhale, assume that you're eliminating all the negativity which at all has accumulated within you. So consciously do these breathing exercises, inhalation, exhalation. I'll try to increase the volume of the audio, and on 15th minute, I'll alert you. So forget about the time as well. So let's enjoy. Okay, guys. So hope you enjoyed this particular part of the live. So how are you feeling? Calm and relaxed? So all it needs is a little bit of commitment from our side to invest some quality time for our own sake. So with this, let's conclude. And before we conclude, as you know, because of the ongoing pandemic, the crisis seems to be worsening day by day. We are seeing more of curfews, more of restrictions happening. So just take care of yourself and your loved ones. Make sure that you're following all the precautions. Wear a mouth mask wherever you go. Maintain physical distancing and use a sanitizer. So, along with this, try avoiding all unnecessary travel. And if you get a chance or opportunity, try to get vaccinated as soon as possible. The situation, as I said, might be worsening, but our reaction happens right within here. Exercise patience, exercise all the strength, all your mental strength, because these are extraordinary times. And it is during these times, during these challenging times, that we need to be even more stronger than ever, than punishing ourselves for all that's happening out there. We might be hearing so many unwanted, bad, negative things, well within our family circles, but exercise patience and be stronger, not just for sake of yourself this time, but also for sake of your family and loved ones, right? So let's brace and face anything with courage in heart and smile on face. It might be challenging, of course, it is challenging, and yes, we can do it, right? So, also, it seems we have some questions. So, not, I don't wish to miss them out. A very good morning, all of you. Yes, Anonymous, I really appreciate your enthusiasm. You checked 10 times. No, you did not do that. You can just, subscribe to our free updates group at Telegram. The moment any session is live on YouTube, you'll get a link. Okay? It saves time and energy to you as well. By the way, I really appreciate your enthusiasm. Very good morning, everyone. When can INSL be held on? See, when the organizers themselves can't tell what date the exam might be, I don't think I can. Because, as I said, the situations are so challenging that it's hard to predict. So, let's hope that exam will be conducted sooner. Just be prepared and don't stop your preparation just because exam has been postponed. In fact, consider this as an opportunity to learn more concepts, to practice more MCQs, right? Dent 3. Oh, very good morning. That's a lovely name. Dr. Nidhi, oh, very good morning. Ritu, Shoaib, Harita, Tahir, Guma, Priya, oh, very good morning, all of you. Hi, Pooja. Hi, Danish. Yes, Priya. Yes, this 21-day challenge, 21st day is the last day, isn't it? Of course, all beautiful things have an ending, even if we don't like it. So I'm just kidding. So it might be ending here, but don't you think this initiates something more wonderful with you in your own lives? So this might be the last day of 21-day challenge 5 a.m. club, but this is beginning of something more beautiful and amazing that you're going to plan for the rest of your life. Sakib, MDS counseling date, I have no idea of Sakib. We tried contacting them. They just asked us to keep a tab on mcc.nic.in. If there is any update, we'll get back to you guys through our channel accordingly. Anonymous, you're asking for discussion of subjects. Definitely will consider. Okay. I wish all students were as enthusiastic as you are. In fact, nothing great was ever achieved by without enthusiasm, as Ralph Waldo Emerson rightly said. Just keep this enthusiasm going, and sure, we'll definitely consider your request. As I said, we'll come up with more updates this evening. Future course of action because of this ongoing pandemic. Um, as things are getting more and more critical, we'll see what we can do from our side to contribute at least an ounce of positivity from our side. In fact, one of them were criticizing me for posting all these updates on a regular basis. Every day morning, we were posting these quotes, we were doing these live sessions. One of them was criticizing that why are you doing this amid pandemic? So, I mean, just because the pandemic is going on doesn't mean that we stop breathing. Doesn't mean that we start leading our lives. We need to do what we have to do. And there is no compromise in that. But having said that, why should we all stop doing all these wonderful, amazing things which we love and only focus on what's happening, how many deaths are happening, how many cases are getting positive? I mean, 24 by 7 bombardment of this negative news is happening, unfortunately, which we should overcome it. Just watch any one channel's primetime news. I mean, that itself will create a lot of havoc. But if you really want to be in touch with the current affairs, I think the DD is the best. Any channel which actually presents news rather than opinions, I think that's the channel which we need to follow. And just get the updates from that particular channel and carry on with your activities as usual, right? Don't get carried away by all the nonsense and negativity that's happening out there. Hi Kritika, very good morning. Danish, sleeping 5 hours of quality sleep mentally may be active, but physically you get tired as day ends, and to compensate. Of course, yes. That's a wonderful point, Danish. Power nap is mandatory. I would definitely recommend it to you guys. Yes, but physically you might feel tired uh, in the during the process of your entire day. So power nap during evening time or during afternoon time, as per your convenience, would definitely keep your day going actively. That's very very important. Good, Danish. I'm glad you highlighted that point. Okay. See, synopsis discussions and all anonymous, where you can check out our courses. We have plenty of information available in the form of e-classes, test series, and so on. Regarding live sessions, we'll see what we can do from our side. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. Yeah, the exam counseling, May, June, July, only the situations and time is going to answer this. All we can do is wait and watch, but not let ourselves get carried away with worry and negativity. Priya, it's awesome. That's wonderful to hear. And it's good to hear that you're able to wake up without alarm clock. That's amazing. Yes, of course, Anonymous. There are, see, of course, people will criticize. In fact, that gentleman or gentlewoman uh, who said those things, they're not harsh. They're just making out their point. I mean, if you don't take things to your heart and if you see things as they are, you'll not get hurt. And when you don't get hurt, you'll try to reply in a positive way rather than trying to attack that person at a personal level, isn't it? So I just said this channel is dedicated for aspirants and for society at large, directly or indirectly. So we're doing what we can do from our side to at least seep in some positivity, even an ounce of positivity from our side. I would be glad that the objective is accomplished. So people do criticize, but if there is something which we can take out from that criticism, if there is something which we can improve from our side through that criticism, I think that's a good thing that can ever happen to you because it only helps you to progress. It's good to have a healthy, constructive criticism, right? But if someone is attacking you personally, you need not reciprocate and stoop to that level to attack the other person, but rather you have a choice to ignore, as we have been discussing in psychocybernetics. Not just psychocybernetics, but you'll realize that in the process of your life, in the process of your experiences on day-to-day basis. So it's been amazing interacting with all of you in the process of this 21-day challenge. It was fun discussing so many general topics, so many subject-related topics, going through some biographies the past few days, uh, especially the previous one, Salk. and so on and so forth. So I really appreciate you guys for taking part in this 21-day challenge. I'm sure it's going to be transformative. It is transformative. So let's conclude our 21-day challenge. We're 5 a.m. club on a very good note. Just keep this consistency and enthusiasm going. So wish you all the best. Love you all. And if you have any queries, you need any clarification, you need any assistance from our side, I'm just a mail away. Just contact us at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, or you can even check our website, ptpdacademy.com. And before I conclude, one final point, which is very relevant on this day, that is during these times, the challenges might be there, out there. The conditions might be very harsh. You might be hearing bad news on day-to-day basis, but exercise your mental strength and try to be supportive to yourself and your family in the process, and see things as they are and do what you have to do, to get going. Just because there is a crisis happening doesn't mean that you have to sit and watch. You need to be proactive, take care of yourself and your family, and do what you need to do in order to keep going towards your goals or targets. So life goes on. Might be a harsh reality, but life goes on. Life should go on, right? So I love you all. Take care.